Hey, 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 English learners. Welcome back to Mr. English Daily, the podcast where real conversations meet real English. I'm Leo.
And I'm Luna. And today, we're going to go somewhere a little deeper than usual.
Yeah, not heavy in a scary way, more like honest. The kind of conversation you have with a good friend at midnight when the world feels complicated.
Because if you've opened your phone lately, any social media, any news app, you've probably felt it. A kind of weight, tension, anger, fear. People fighting online like it's a competition.
Like there's a trophy for the angriest comment.
Exactly. And maybe you're sitting there thinking, I'm just one person. I'm not a president. I'm not a politician. What can I even do?
If you feel that, you are not alone. So many good, caring people feel completely overwhelmed right now.
So today's big question, our main theme, is this. Can the world live in peace?
And before we go anywhere with that, we want to be very clear about something. We are not here to take sides. We are not pointing fingers at any country, any religion, any culture, or any group.
We are here for people, for ordinary families, for children, for the everyday human being who just wants a normal life.
Because here's the truth. Civilians don't want conflict. They want safety. They want dignity. They want a boring Tuesday where the biggest problem is, what should I cook tonight?
A boring Tuesday is actually a gift. We forget that sometimes.
We really do.
And this episode isn't only about big world politics. It's also about the peace we build or break every single day. In our homes, in our words, in how we treat people who disagree with us.
Even online, one calm, kind message can actually reduce a lot of noise on someone's screen. That's real power.
True, because peace isn't just a word on a poster. Peace is a daily habit, a daily decision.
And we're going to talk about that together, step by step, calmly, honestly.
Also, language note, this is a B2 level episode, so the English will be natural and a little richer, but we'll speak clearly, repeat key ideas, and explain every new vocabulary word in simple English as we go.
And if you're a strong B1 learner, stay with us. Some parts will stretch you a little, but that stretch, that's exactly how your English grows.
Listen once, then listen again. That second listen changes everything.
Okay, before we get serious, we have to be human for a second. Luna, when the world feels heavy, what's one tiny thing that gives you peace?
Oh, honestly, I make tea. Like a specific ritual. I boil the water, I choose the tea bag carefully, I hold the warm mug with both hands. 5 minutes of nothing, just warmth.
I love that. Small ceremony.
Exactly. You?
I reorganize something, like one drawer. Not my whole life, just one drawer. And suddenly, I feel like I have control over something again.
The one drawer method. I respect it.
Right? I can't fix the whole world, but I can definitely fix this drawer.
So, listeners, what gives you micro peace? A tiny moment of calm in a noisy day? Keep that thought, because today we'll talk about why those small moments actually matter more than we think.
All right, let's start with something important. There are two kinds of peace. Peace as a dream and peace as a decision.
And they feel very different. When we say world peace, it sounds enormous, like something only world leaders can create, something on a poster, something far away.
But when we say daily peace, it becomes small, close, personal. It's how I speak to my sister when I'm frustrated. It's how you reply to someone who disagrees with you online. It's whether we treat a stranger with patience or irritation.
And we're not politicians. We're not experts in international law. We're just two people trying to understand, why is peace so hard? And what can we actually do?
Let's start with what civilians, ordinary people, actually want.
Because here's what most people wake up thinking. Not, I want war. Not, I want my neighbor to suffer. They think, I hope my kids are safe today. I hope I still have my job. I hope today is a normal day.
They want stability, a home, a future. Very basic things that shouldn't be luxuries, but often are.
So when we ask, can the world live in peace, we're really asking, why is it so hard for ordinary people to have a safe, normal life?
And part of the answer starts with something very quiet, something that grows slowly. It starts with prejudice.
And prejudice, new word, prejudice means judging someone before you really know them, before you've spoken to them, before you've heard their story. You decide who they are just based on their religion, their race, their nationality, or their accent.
Like, you hear one story about a group of people, and suddenly, in your mind, all people from that group are the same.
And if we don't stop and question that feeling, prejudice slowly becomes intolerance.
Intolerance, another key word. Intolerance is when we refuse to accept that other people can think or live differently from us. Not just, I disagree with you, but you shouldn't even exist the way you do.
And intolerance, when it gets repeated, in the media, online, in everyday jokes, it hardens into something worse. It becomes hostility.
Hostility. Open anger and aggression towards someone, not just a small disagreement, actual aggression. You stop seeing a human, you start seeing an enemy.
And once you stop seeing someone as a human, it becomes easier to accept their pain, to ignore it, to even celebrate it.
And that's when something dangerous happens. People start to fuel the fire.
Fuel the fire, that's a phrase. It means to make a bad situation worse, like adding wood to a fire already burning. More fuel, bigger flame.
And we do it without even realizing. We share a shocking video without checking if it's real. We post an angry comment when we're tired and emotional. We enjoy watching our side win an argument.
Every single time we do that, we're not just expressing ourselves, we're helping the fire grow bigger.
Misinformation, sarcasm, mean jokes, they all add heat. The conflict spreads, even from someone sitting safely on a sofa.
So even when we can't control big decisions, we can control what we put into the world.
And then there's the other problem, when we do nothing.
Right. Sometimes we don't fuel the fire, but we also don't try to stop it. We just look away. In English, we say, turn a blind eye.
Turn a blind eye means to pretend you don't see something wrong because dealing with it feels uncomfortable or scary.
Maybe you see someone being treated unfairly. Maybe you hear a hateful joke. Maybe a friend shares something dangerous, and you stay silent.
And I understand why. People are tired, people are afraid of arguments, but if everyone turns a blind eye, injustice grows louder.
Silence protects our comfort, but it doesn't protect the people being hurt.
And when silence mixes with hostility, it often leads to oppression.
Oppression, this is a strong word. Oppression means unfair and cruel treatment, usually from people in power, towards those who can't easily defend themselves. It can mean no voice, no rights, no freedom, constant fear.
And again, civilians carry the weight. They lose their homes, their safety, their children's futures.
Politics may start the conflict, but ordinary people live inside the pain.
And there's one more difficult truth we need to talk about. When people live with fear and humiliation for a long time, they can become easier to radicalize.
To radicalize someone means to push them towards very extreme ideas, often using fear, anger, and manipulation. They start to believe that violence or hatred is the only answer left.
And that's where extremism grows.
Extremism, when beliefs become so extreme that a person rejects balance, respect, and dialogue. Extremism offers simple answers. All the problem is them. Remove them, and everything will be fine.
But the world is never that simple, and those ideas bring more destruction, not peace.
But here's what I believe, and this is the part I really want you to hear.
Yeah?
When hate can grow step by step, then peace can grow step by step too.
I really like that.
Not only in big international agreements, but in small, daily choices between human beings. Peace in daily life looks like listening before you respond, respecting someone's pain even when you don't fully understand it.
It looks like saying, I disagree with you, but I'm not going to attack you, or I don't know enough about this to judge.
And when real hurt has happened, peace also looks like reconciliation.
Reconciliation. the slow, careful process of rebuilding trust after conflict or hurt. It doesn't mean pretending nothing happened. It means choosing not to repeat the harm.
It can start in a family, in a friendship, in a community. It doesn't have to be a peace treaty between nations. Sometimes it starts with, I'm ready to listen.
And the more people practice this kind of peace in small, everyday moments, the harder it becomes for hate to control everything.
So what can we actually do, you and me, right here, right now?
We can't stop every conflict in the world. We can't change every law or every leader.
But we can decide what we add to the world, light or darkness, calm or fire.
In English, we say we need to root out something. Root out means to remove it completely, like pulling a weed from the ground with all its roots, so it can't grow back.
We can root out hate from our own language, from our private jokes, from what we choose to share online.
We can refuse to share content that treats people as less than human.
We can refuse to let intolerance sound normal around us.
And we can replace it with something different. Empathy, respect, honest questions, careful listening.
We can disagree without hostility. We can care deeply without fueling the fire.
And if enough ordinary people choose that kind of peace, even quietly, the world will still be noisy, but it won't be completely dark.
Because every time you choose peace in a small moment, somewhere in your heart, you're saying, your life matters, your safety matters, your future matters.
And maybe that's where real peace begins, not with a famous signature on a document, but with one person choosing not to hate another person today.
Word tour.
All right, let's do our word tour. We'll go through today's key B2 vocabulary slowly and clearly.
Repeat after us, or just listen and let the words sink in.
Word 1, hostility. Open anger and aggression toward someone, not a small disagreement, active aggression. There's so much hostility in online comment sections. When we respond with hostility, the argument always gets worse.
Repeat, hostility. Hostility. Word 2, prejudice. Judging someone before you really know them, deciding who they are based only on their group, religion, or nationality. Prejudice comes from fear, not from real experience. We should teach children to question prejudice, not copy it.
Repeat, prejudice. Prejudice. Word 3, intolerance. Refusing to accept that other people can live or think differently from you. Intolerance can destroy friendships and communities. Social media can increase intolerance when people only hear voices that agree with them.
Repeat, intolerance. Intolerance. Word 4, oppression. Unfair and cruel treatment, usually by people in power toward those with less power. No voice, no rights, constant fear. History is full of people who stood up against oppression. Oppression often begins quietly, when small injustices are accepted as normal.
Repeat, oppression. Oppression. Phrase 5, fuel the fire. To make a bad situation worse, adding wood to a fire already burning. Sharing angry posts without checking facts only fuels the fire. Sarcasm during an argument usually fuels the fire instead of calming things down.
Repeat, fuel the fire.
Fuel the fire. Phrase 6, turn a blind eye. To pretend you don't see something wrong because it's easier to ignore it. If we turn a blind eye to bullying, it will continue. Many people turn a blind eye to prejudice until it affects their own family.
Repeat, turn a blind eye. Turn a blind eye. Word 7, radicalize. To push someone toward very extreme beliefs, often using fear or manipulation. Lonely, isolated people can be easier to radicalize online. Education and open dialogue can help prevent young people from being radicalized.
Repeat, radicalize. Radicalize. Word 8. Extremism. When beliefs become so extreme that a person rejects balance, respect, and dialogue. Extremism offers simple answers, but those answers usually bring more pain. Many communities are working together to prevent extremism by building real understanding.
Repeat, extremism. Extremism. Word 9. Reconciliation. The slow process of rebuilding trust and peace after conflict or hurt. True reconciliation takes time. People need to feel heard and safe. Sometimes reconciliation begins with 5 words. I am ready to listen.
Repeat, reconciliation. Reconciliation. And last phrase, root out. To remove something completely, pulling it out at the roots so it cannot grow back. If we want real peace, we have to root out hate from our daily language. Teachers can help root out prejudice by teaching children to think critically.
Repeat, root out. Root out.
That was our word tour for today. If you can use even 3 or 4 of those words in a real conversation, you are speaking at a strong B2 level. Be proud of that.
And remember, you don't have to memorize everything today. Come back, listen again. Use these words when you talk about the world, about fairness, about what kind of human you want to be.
Because that's really what today was about. Not just learn English, but use English to speak for something good.
The world already has enough noise, enough hostility, enough people shouting past each other. It needs more calm, more empathy, more people who can say, I disagree with you, but I still see you as a human.
You might feel small, but your daily choices are not small. The joke you don't repeat, the post you don't share, the kind message you do write. All of that is part of peace.
So maybe tonight before you sleep, ask yourself one honest question. Did my words today make the world a little softer or a little harder?
And if the answer is harder, that's okay. Tomorrow is a new chance. You can always start again.
If this episode meant something to you, please like it, subscribe, and share it with one person who also needs a little calm today.
And in the comments, write one sentence. Today, I choose peace by, and finish it in your own words. We really want to read them.
Thank you for learning with us. Thank you for caring about peace in your heart, in your home, in your words.
The world needs people like you more than you know.
Take care of your mind.
Take care of your words.
And take care of each other.
And this is Mr. English Daily. See you next time.
Your English journey doesn't stop here. Subscribe to Mr. English Daily for new episodes every week. Real conversations, real vocabulary, real growth. Hit that bell so you never miss one.